Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Catalyst webinar series. Today's Catalyst is brought to you by our presenting partner, Digital Revenue Systems, DRS. Educate with elegance. Your facility deserves more than just static. Where screens speak luxury, digital signage designed to elevate golf, fitness, and wellness experiences. For more information, go to digitalrevsystems.com. We're very excited and happy to have Tracy and Catherine. Tracy Fens and Catherine Brashers from Corebridge Financial. Tracy is a senior financial advisor. Catherine is also a financial advisor. Tracy's enjoyed working with the PGA for the past 16 years, specializing in golf retirement plus and deferred compensation. She also provides financial planning services to PGA members and associates at no cost. Kathy's been with Corebridge for 8 years, 7 of which working with the PGA. They're going to be talking a little bit about golf retirement plus, but predominantly about deferred compensation. And, it strikes a chord with me because as I creep towards 50, I basically have nothing prepared for any kind of retirement. And so this is an eye-opening catalyst for me, and we're grateful for Tracy and Catherine for presenting and sharing their time with us this morning. Good morning, ladies. They're coming to us from the East Coast, Florida and Ohio.
Iowa.
Iowa. So sorry. Forgive me. And thanks for joining us this morning. It's a little later into your day there. So I think, Catherine, you're driving the PowerPoint. So without any further ado, take it away. For all the PGA members on this morning's webcast, feel free to raise your hand. We want to keep it as interactive as possible, and we can interject with any questions that you have along the way. And thanks for being with us this morning.
All right. John, it says it's disabled for sharing.
Okay, let me enable you.
Okay, there we go. All right, everyone. I am Kathy. I have been with Corebridge for 8 years and working specifically with the PGA for 7 of those years. I am a financial advisor, and I do have the California, your section, the state, as part of my territory. So I'm sure some of you have either spoken with me or have received voice messages from me. So hopefully this information will be useful to you, whether or not you already do golf retirement plus or deferred compensation. And then, of course, when Tracy talks getting ready for retirement, that is our goal, is to help everyone towards retirement, either through either of these member benefit programs or through just, personal savings and planning for retirement. So that is the goal for today, to give you guys some information on this. The foundation, again, is the savings that matters, whether or not you start when you're 25 or 20, whether you start at 50, 55. It's just savings is important so you can get started for retirement. We are going to talk about the 2 member benefit programs, the Golf Retirement Plus program and the newer deferred compensation plan. And then Tracy, again, will talk about the financial planning aspect and getting ready for retirement. This slide here just shows a brief graph on the power of savings and when you start. If you start at 25, you can see that you may not have a lot at 25, but it is going to be more, it's going to be a larger amount as you get closer to retirement. Whereas if you start at 40, it may not be as much, but we're not saying don't start at 40. Definitely start at 40. We kind of, Tracy and I, liken this to playing a game of golf and starting when you're in high school or college and you're playing golf and you're playing for 25 years, your game's probably going to get a lot better and increase. Whereas Tracy and I, who may not play golf and start later in life, may not be as good as anyone else who started earlier. It's kind of a good analogy. So yes, the earlier you start, the better off you may be. But again, it's never too late in our book. Oops. All right, so we're just going to talk about first the Golf Retirement Plus program. That is the program that's been around for, I think, over 25 years or so. It is a way for you to save money for retirement. The PGA started it in order to help the PGA professionals save money for retirement at no cost to them or their facilities. The contributions do come from shop sales, so it is based off of your invoicing, who you buy from, how much you buy from them, and if those companies are in the program. There are over 35 companies that are in the Golf Retirement Plus program, so there are a number of companies that you may be using and then can receive contributions from. Who can participate in the Golf Retirement Plus program? Any PGA professional or associate in good standing with the PGA, as long as they're in the United States. It could be a Class A professional, Class B professional. The PGA does want everyone to be able to start saving for retirement. So again, this is open to all PGA professionals in good standing, and it could be used through the sponsor contributions, and we'll go more in depth later, or through personal savings and contributions.
Catherine, can you explain briefly how it actually works? Like how much percentage per purchase? A lot of us don't understand exactly how the funds are accumulated.
It's really hard for us to explain that fully to everyone because each company does participate differently. Some of them have minimums, some of them have tier levels. They're all different percentages. And then some of them do affect discounts that the shop might take. A majority of them don't, however. So I always tell the professionals, you can find detailed information on how the companies participate in pga.org in your member benefits section, or a great resource is sales rep. They can fully explain to you, okay, based off of your sales, they can maybe estimate how much maybe they can contribute, and they'll give you the percentage that you potentially could get back. Okay.
Yep, thank you.
All right, no problem. And then why Golf Retirement Plus matters, it's another avenue for the PGA professionals and associates to save for retirement. Golf Retirement Plus is a non-qualified deferred annuity account, which basically means it is an after-tax account. So it is money that you can put in through your savings or checking account. It does grow tax deferred. It is tied to the stock market. There are just over 20 sub-accounts that can be invested in. So any gains that are made in the account, you're not going to be taxed on them until you do take a distribution from the account. So those are good ways to just save for retirement. And then the different ways that you can fund the Golf Retirement Plus account, like I said, it is a personal account. This is your account. If you open a Golf Retirement Plus account, this account stays with you for your life. You're never required to close it. And you can make personal contributions to it. If you're younger and you maybe aren't sure how much money you can save, you can start off with $20 or $25 a month. And then as your career moves on, or you find that you can contribute more money, you can change that. You can up that to $50 or $100 a month if that works for you. But again, it can just be a personal contribution. There is no limit on the Golf Retirement Plus account how much you can contribute to it. So that is different from your IRA or 401k if you have it, where you do have limits. The Golf Retirement Plus account doesn't have a limit. Potentially, too, your employer can give money into the Golf Retirement Plus account for you if they want to, for example, give you a bonus, and they don't necessarily want to put it in your paycheck or anything. They can send a contribution into Corebridge just for your Golf Retirement Plus account. And then again, it gets invested in the market for you and hopefully get you some more money towards retirement. A majority of the way, though, of how Golf Retirement Plus is used is through sponsor contributions. Hopefully you all can see this screen. This does show the sponsor companies that are in the program this year. Just as a heads up for those of you who are participating in Golf Retirement Plus, Crew by Club Up is new to the program this year. So if you do use them at your facility, you might want to talk to your sales rep to get going on that. But again, you can see the companies in the program. There are over 35. Again, most of them will give a contribution without affecting the discount that the club may take or the shop may take. So these contributions can only go to the PGA professional or associate. So it's just a way for, again, you to receive money for a retirement account at no cost to you or the facility. Basically, the sponsors are funding your retirement account for you. And if you don't own the shop, that's fine. If it's allowed by your facility, it's just a way, again, for you to save for retirement. It does not affect any other retirement account you may have. So if you have a 401k, if you do an IRA, this is just another avenue for you to save for retirement. Okay. To get started in Golf Retirement Plus, the easiest thing to do would be to talk to one of us. I am in California, so you'd start with me. It's basically a 3-step process. We try and break it down simply. 1, you need to create your Golf Retirement Plus account. 2, you need to make sure your forms are on file for the year. The PGA does require forms each year. That way, your owner knows that you're participating in the program each year. And then the 3rd step, the most important step, or one of them, is to make sure you get enrolled with the companies that you can receive contributions from. They need to know you're in the program in order to send you the contribution. And that's it. It's a 3-step process. We do try and break it down for you, and we do try and make sure that your forms are on file for the year and that you're enrolled with sponsor companies. And we're of course here to answer all questions that you may have throughout the process. These are also then just some frequently asked questions about Golf Retirement Plus. I'm not going to read these to you, but a couple of them that I get a lot are that I'm not the owner of the shop. I can't participate in Golf Retirement Plus. You can. If you do not own your shop, you can participate in Golf Retirement Plus. You just need owner or management approval to participate with the companies. And then you just get verification from them. Who can you participate with? All the companies, or maybe it's just those ones that do not affect discounts to the shop. Again, Class A or Class B can participate. And again, participating in Golf Retirement Plus does not cost you or the facility any kind of money. Okay.
Catherine, are multiple PGA members able to share discounts at the same facility?
Yes, sharing is another, thank you for saying that. Sharing is a big one. A lot of professionals feel only one person can participate. It could be any PGA professional in good standing that can participate. So if there's 10 of you at one facility, all 10 of you can share in the contribution. The way I usually start with the highest ranking pro, and then I kind of work down from there. I make sure he or she can do Golf Retirement Plus. And then, okay, it's a shareable program. Do you want to share with your head pro assistant, whoever it may be? It's a great way of rewarding people for doing a great job. Like, who says, I'm a bad employee, I shouldn't get rewarded? I'm a great employee. And so it's a great way to reward them. And to, if you are not the owner, and it's a great way for your owner to reward you for being that great employee and to retain you.
So is that shared discretional in terms of who gets which percentage and how diluted it becomes?
It's all based on the facility's decision on how they want to participate. So, and it could be tailored to that, somebody might only want to share with 1 or 2 companies, or it could be across the board, all companies. But it's just a discussion we have with the professionals as they get started in the program, or if new professionals come into the facility. Oh, I see you have a new assistant or a new head professional. Do you want to share a Golf Retirement Plus at this time? So it is just a conversation we try to have during the initial process, and then as things change at the facility. And then we do also try and follow the professionals if they leave. The big part of Golf Retirement Plus, if you change facilities, you need to get re-enrolled at your new facility. You have to make sure you have the approval still, and then you have to re-enroll with the companies at your new facility because they don't follow you from one to another. So that is another big thing that professionals need to remember to do. Okay. Any questions on Golf Retirement Plus that are there? Nope. Okay. Deferred compensation, the newer program from the PGA. This is just their new program around growing the game of golf. The PGA has a list of programs or activities that you do around growing the game of golf. PGA Junior League, drive, chip and putt, Hope, coaching, Op 36, first tee. The whole list is in your PGA.org account. And then if you meet requirements, the PGA funds the account for you. Again, it is just another avenue to save for retirement at no cost to you. All you have to do is log in the activities if you do them. The contributions are just one time a year. That deferred compensation year is April 1st through March 31st of each year. And then as long as you got the minimum 200 points, you will get a deposit in June of each year from the PGA. The difference with deferred compensation, this is only eligible to Class A professionals in the PGA. So as long as you're Class A, you're eligible to log in your activities and receive points. What you want to do is you want to make sure you log in those activities either in PGA.org or your member mobile app within 60 days of finishing that activity, and then make sure it gets attested to by another PGA professional. And then as long as you can get that minimum 200 points, you will get a deposit. Right now, the maximum you can receive is $1,500 a year. Basically, the more points you can log in or activities you log in, the more points you get. So then the more points you get, the more chance you have of getting that $1,500 a year. You cannot make personal contributions to your deferred comp account. That is a difference too. And basically, you cannot touch your deferred compensation account till you're 65. So if you start when you're in your 20s or 30s, you could have a nice account by the time you're 65. This is basically how you can earn points. There are various activities that can do, and I will show you that chart of activities that can be found in member benefits, but basically 200 is your minimum. That's the goal you want to hit. And then as you get above that 200, you might just get, let's say, $1,000 if you hit 200, but if you get 500, you could hopefully max out at 1,500. That amount does change every year. So we cannot say, oh, if you got 300 points, you'll max out. It's a calculation the PGA makes every year based on how many professionals participate and the activities logged in. So it is a sliding scale each year, just so you're all aware. All right. The activities that you can do, again, are education, development, coaching, community engagement, things like that. I'm going to click on this list of activities and I'm going to show it to you. Hopefully you can see it. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger for you. But this is in your member benefits section of PGA.org. Just click deferred compensation. And then you'll be able to, one, see how to get started in deferred compensation and see the chart of activities. You can see the activity highlighted here, the general topic of the activity. Then it is good to read the description of the activity, what's included in the activity, because in this, for example, inclusive golf communities, there's about 12 different things that can be done that's included in that activity. Please note there's a way to get 100% participation, and there's also 50 and 25%. So that way, if you're just in a supporting role, you may get points too. So just something to be wary of. All right. And then the basics of the frequently asked questions for deferred compensation. It is one, it's open to Class A professionals. It is, again, remember there's 25 and 50% participation. You, again, can't touch the account basically till you're 65. And the biggest thing is to make sure you get those activities logged in within 60 days of finishing. I don't have it on this screen, so I don't know if you can put it in the chat or not. But if you have any questions on your deferred compensation account or activities, do they count? Do they not count? You would email the PGA, and that is simply deferredcompensation@pgahq.com. Again, it's deferredcompensation@pgahq.com. All right, and any questions on deferred compensation? No?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oop, sorry. Let me get the presentation. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to hand it over to Tracy, but if anyone does have any questions on Golf Retirement Plus or deferred comp, feel free to reach out to me. And if you get a voicemail from me, it's not spam.
Hi, I'm Tracy Faenza. I've been with the program. I started out with Golf Retirement Plus more than 16 years ago. So I feel like I've kind of grown up with the program. Brought Kathy onto the team 7 years or so. She's a huge help for that. So love working with the PGA professionals, the associates, the whole thing. Great group to work with. In recent years now, of course, we added the deferred comp 3 years ago, and now we're discussing an often hidden program, and that is financial planning. And
Oops, sorry.
Well, we can get that picture off.
Sorry.
And financial planning is available to any PGA professional, any PGA associate. You do not have to have any other plans with us. You don't have to have any other accounts. It is available to you, and we do not charge anything for those financial planning services. This is a huge benefit that you have through the PGA. So I wanted everyone to be aware of it. Take advantage. We can start young. We can start wherever you are in your life. But do take advantage of the financial planning services. This is something, a financial plan could easily cost you $3,000 and up if you were paying for one. So this is definitely a benefit that's worth a lot to you. So that's my pitch for financial planning. I'll circle back. But on this slide, I did want to talk about choosing your investment paths. So you have your Golf Retirement Plus with its 20 different sub-accounts. You have your deferred comp with its multiple mutual fund options that you can choose, and trying to figure out, what do I do? I'm just sitting in here. I think somebody picked them for me. It's like we don't want to go on that presumption. So the first thing I would recommend, and this one's going to apply to Golf Retirement Plus. We have a lot of PGA professionals who just say, do it for me. I'm busy with golf. I am not a financial person. I don't want to be a financial person. Do it for me. The one thing that we have that more people, I think, should be taking advantage of is called Guided Portfolio Services, or GPS. This can be put onto any Golf Retirement Plus account. So if you have an existing account, definitely something for you to call and look into. What Guided Portfolio Services does is we use Morningstar Investment Services. They will take a look at who you are, what you have, asset-wise, how far you are from retirement, what your risk appetite looks like, and they're going to set a very diversified portfolio, and that is aimed to get you as much income or as close to your desired income at retirement as possible. Again, this is a tool. This is a piece of your financial planning. But the importance of this, especially in the world we live in right now, we have a very volatile market. If you and I, we pick some funds and you sit in those, we're not fund managers. We are not sitting out there and watching all 2,000 of our clients and see what their account is doing every day. This is what the GPS program does, is they're looking out there. These are long-term investments. So they are watching them. And once a month, they're going to go out there, see what the market is, see what your account has done, and they're going to reallocate, or they're going to rebalance those allocations for you. So what's nice is that you have eyes on your account through the whole year. So you don't have to worry about, oh, should I change something? They're taking care of that for you. There is a fee for the guided portfolio services, but I don't know if you guys have ever looked into managed accounts, but they're generally fairly costly. This one is only 0.6% of your account value each year. So for slightly more than 0.5%, you're getting peace of mind, you're getting advice, you're getting movement and watchful eyes on your account. So like I said, volatile market, this is a beautiful time to add that to your account. You can stop it. You can start it at stop or start it at any time. You're not obligated to stay in it for any length of time. But I certainly would take a look at that. Call me. You can call any one of the advisors for that. Kathy, more than likely, because she's in your state. I do have a lot of California clients myself, so you can also call me. But do take advantage of that. There are help me do it. So we can look at, and this is, I kind of alluded to that in the first one, is that we can look at the sub accounts that are available, and we can talk about where you want to be risk wise. We can look at the growth, the performance. So we can help you. Again, that is not the constant eyes on it. That is us once or twice a year, however often you want us to call you to reevaluate. So it's better than nothing, but it's not the full management. And then the other thing that's really important here is to go out. If you have a Golf Retirement Plus account, a deferred comp account, you can go out to pga.corebridgefinancial.com. It's a really handy name, but maybe that can go in the chat as well, pga.corebridgefinancial.com. And if you have an account, all you need to do, if you have a Golf Retirement Plus or a deferred comp, you just click on the login in the upper right corner, and then you go to Plan Participants and log in. Okay, and then this is the screen you'll see. So if you have an account and you know everything, you know your login password, you just sign in, and it'll take you right to your account. It will say, "Hello, Tracy fans," or right on the head page, so you know it's your information. So that's easy. Hang on to your passwords. Make sure you get them. We have a lot of people who don't know their passwords, and so just keep an eye on that. Make sure you do have a cell phone number on file in your file, because that is often how we will help you reset the password, is via text message. And then if you if you have a Golf Retirement or a deferred comp and you've never set this up, you just go over to the Register Now button. I will tell you in advance, it's going to ask you questions. It will ask for your full Social Security number. That is not a scam. This is a very secure website. Everything is taken care of for you, but for identification purposes, to make sure that's the right person. When you register, they will ask for your full Social Security number. So don't be alarmed if you see that. I know some people think, ooh, that might be a scam. And we get calls. If you're not sure, you call us. But did want to give you a little warning on that. And then the other thing on this account is this, where Kathy's circling right now. Even if you don't have a Golf Retirement Plus account or a deferred comp account, you have nothing with us, you can still go out to the website, and up in the upper right corner, you'll see the financial education. And there are tools down there that can get you started thinking, start planning for retirement. These are going to be a lot of questions you have already. So give yourself a start, play with this a little bit. You can look at the retirement calculators. talking about what to know about RMDs for those of you who are at 73 or older right now. There is a wealth of tools out there that you can play around with, and they are available to all of you. So even if you don't have a login, you can still get to all of this on the website. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew those were out there and accessible. So those things are so important to know that you have. So and I think we're done in this section.
Here, you wanted to do contact us.
Oh, yes, I did. On the website, there is also a place to contact us. So if you click on that, this is what will open up. And as you can see, there it's Kathy and I. We have Michael Kruger, who works primarily in the Northeast, and Sebastian Gruaz, he works primarily in the Midwest. And if you can see on mine, it says I serve all the states on everyone else. On mine, it says I serve Alaska and Iowa. So taking it easy. Actually, the reason for that is, number one, I live in Iowa, but I still have clients all over the country. Just because I'm changing direction a little bit doesn't mean I'm giving up all my clients all over. So if you do have me for advisor, more than likely you will continue to have me. But on that, it will tell you, again, who your advisor is. You can schedule an appointment. There's a link right there. Our direct phone numbers are right there. So you can call us. And then back to me, one more thing I forgot on the Alaska, Iowa thing. The reason I'm down to so few states that I'm working on new Golf Retirement Plus accounts is because now I'm moving more into the financial planning realm. As that is growing, I've had working with existing clients, new clients, getting everybody started. It is so important. It's some financial planning will be, I'm 20 years old and I have 3 kids in diapers and I can't afford to save anything. Maybe you can't afford to save anything. Maybe you can squeak in $20 a month. Like Kathy mentioned, $20 a month. It doesn't seem like much. Let time and the compounding of that growth work for you. You will be amazed at where that can grow. And then as your financial plan will change with you through life. Life changes. We could have this perfect plan and our lives don't go like we envision them. Mine hasn't yet, but someday it might. But your plan, your life will change, your lifestyle will change, and we change the plan to go right along with you. So this is the team and this is what we do. And then Kathy, obviously, she's got a lot of states. She works very heavily with Golf Retirement Plus and the Deferred Comp now, as well as the other two do the same thing. And that is on the website. And then when you're on the website, there were 2 other things here I wanted to mention. We do recommend when you go onto your homepage, once you're logged in with the username, you'll see a Head and Shoulders icon in the upper right corner. If you hover over that, that's your profile. Click on that. It's going to open up information about you, and you want to make sure your address is correct. I recommend putting an email address on there so that we can e-deliver your statements and your documents. Most of the pros do have their email address on and do the electronic. It's more secure. You don't have to wait for the mail to come. You don't have to worry if it's lost in the mail or someone else got it. So I really encourage you to do that. And if you can't find it, you can always call us and we can help you with that as well. And then also out there on that profile section is a beneficiary designation and trusted contact. So important to keep beneficiary on your account. You go out there. It has a spot where you can list your primary beneficiary. Also, I do recommend contingent beneficiaries. If something would happen to you and your primary beneficiary at the same time, where do you want that money to go? And it's hard to think about those things right now, especially if you're young, but but life does happen. And so I do encourage you to come up with, whether it's a guardian for your children, if it's a trust you want to add as a contingent, get the primary and the contingent beneficiaries out there. And the other thing on that screen, if you have both accounts, deferred comp and Golf Retirement Plus, there are two separate beneficiary sections. The first one will be your Golf Retirement Plus. You also have to go in and enter for your deferred comp separately. Don't leave your deferred comp out there uncovered, having no beneficiaries on it. It's really important to get those beneficiaries on both sections. And then all of this online information, like I said, it helps you make sure your money is invested. You can go out there and look at it anytime. Keeps your beneficiary information correct. It helps prevent fraud. This is one thing, the security on these accounts. Sometimes people are like, oh, it's getting a little difficult to get in. We did have a deal that went through last summer where everybody had to revalidate their accounts. It's okay though, because again, Corebridge does a great job keeping an eye out. We're very aware of fraud. We keep those accounts very secure. And so that is the Corebridge online account, full of information. But the next piece I wanted to go on to is working directly with a Corebridge financial professional. And so all of these things we do, like Kathy said, for the deferred comp, Golf Retirement Plus particularly, we'll walk you step by step through that process. We're going to make sure that you know how to enroll, what to do with the sponsors, how to take care of that. The other thing we have, and this is what I mentioned before and what I do more of now, is the free financial planning. And what that entails is having a chance to meet with, it usually starts with me, and we'll talk about where you are at retirement. What assets do you have? What are your goals for retirement? What are your income needs now? We can kind of project what they might be in retirement, but we can help make sure that you have all those gaps filled in there. I mean, if you have 3 accounts and they're all invested exactly the same way, you're doing yourself a great in-service. You need to make sure that you've got everything diversified. We will help you with that. We'll help you get set up to have better success. We follow up with you regularly on that. But this is, instead of doing everything online, that's a great place to start, just to look at things. But you'll have a face and name. My advisor is this person, and they're helping me, get all my assets organized. That's one thing with the younger guys. It's how do we get started? Is it a Golf Retirement Plus account? Is it a Roth IRA? What is it? We'll help you get started. And then we also have on the other end a lot of pros that are nearing retirement. And in that case, it's like, I've got this mess of stuff invested all over the place. I don't know what to do with it. We will help organize that, put that into a plan for you so that it makes sense. You know when to pull from what bucket of money is doing what for you. So those are the things that we do face to face, and we can help you with. And then on some of the accounts that get a little bit more involved, I do bring in a partner I have. His name is Aaron Dela Cruz, and he is a certified financial planner. So he's got an extra layer of knowledge on there. So I will bring him into the conversation too, just to make sure we're giving you the very best information and guidance that we can do. So that is our financial planning program. And then the last one, these are just things to think about. Again, you don't have to follow this exactly. It talks about getting the forms for the FAA and IAA. Those are Golf Retirement Plus forms. Your advisor will help you stay on top of those. Make sure you log in your activities if you're in deferred comp. You can do that right on the PGA member app. There's a deferred comp section right at the bottom of the screen that you can click on to do that. You can check on your point progress, make sure everything is out there. And then that you can choose your investment path. We can look at the investments for you in your deferred comp. So we're kind of a full service group here, and we are available to help you at any time with any questions. And I will shut it off there for questions or any other way we can help you.
Tracy, Catherine, thank you so much on behalf of the Education Committee for the Southern California PGA. Thank you so much for coming on the Catalyst webinar and educating us this morning. I think we're all going to race to the deferred comp, what qualifies for a deferred comp page. I think a lot of us are doing those things every day, and we're not getting credit for it because we're not doing the work in terms of reporting it to get those points. I don't have any questions from anyone in the field, so to speak. I do want to remind all the PGA members on this morning's webcast that you will receive 1 PDR credit for joining us this morning. We're also going to send out a YouTube recording of Tracy and Catherine's presentation because it's a tremendous wealth of information. Definitely designed to motivate us. It definitely worked for me. Tracy, Catherine, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If there are no further questions, everybody have a great day, and thanks for supporting the Catalyst webinar series.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.